Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you're in the world. My name is Boom Shaka, and I welcome you to my channel. I mostly speak about INFJ stuff in this channel at the moment because I am obsessed with it, as INFJs get obsessed. And so I hope you guys find it useful. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any feedback, message me anytime. I'm open to anything that you guys have to say to me. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about how sometimes I wish, and I've had a bunch of you message me saying the same thing, I wish that we could be platonic with the entire universe, with all the different people out there. And because we're so uncomfortable with people looking at us in a sexual way, it just gets really uncomfortable for us, especially if it's a person who we are not interested in, which is basically the entire universe, right? Now, this happens to me a lot, I think, because I'm also in my prime right now. I am fairly, fair and tall and skinny, all of the things that society deems attractive. So even though I try to make myself as unattractive as possible, I wear really baggy clothes. I don't do anything with my hair. I don't wear makeup. The more I do all that stuff, it doesn't matter. People still look at me and they look at my body and they look at me in a sexual way, which is the way of the world. I understand it. I understand. I don't like it. I understand it. But I'm walking through the world, and people are talking to me in that manner, or they're making me to be that way. They're like, "Oh, you're so hot," or "Oh, you should be a model," or things like that. Stupid things. Not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just using me as an example. I'm sure you guys get the same thing, because INFJs can be very, attractive, very charming, just because we are the way we are, right? We don't have to try. We just are. Again, not boasting. It's just the way it is. I've been told this but several times, right? And so I don't like it. I hate it, actually. I really just want. And so what I do instantaneously, first of all, I tell people I'm celibate, and which I am. I am celibate, and I will not give it up for anyone, really, because I love being celibate so much. I love being non-sexual right now in this moment in time. Also because I'm not interested in anyone. I just want to work on my creative projects, blah, blah. There's a lot of reasons to it. But instantaneously, when someone kind of gets into that mode of, "Oh my God, you're so hot, let's go out on a date," which really annoys me, because I'm like, I'm hot. That's the only thing you see. That's the only thing you want to go out on a date with me for. I mean, seriously, there's like a billion layers to me, and the only thing that you notice is the physical shell. That is unacceptable. I never cater to those people at all, right? So, anyways, but they will say these things, and I always, first of all, tell them I'm celibate. So, boom, I'm not interested. But also, I always tell them that you're like a brother to me. I'm always telling people that you're like a brother to me. Like, now, women, I don't have to really tell that to, because women are so easy and so amazing, and they're not pushy, not pushy in that way, right? But men, for some reason, have this kind of thing where, if someone is not interested in them, they have this thing where they have to prove that they're manly and they're attractive, and this person is supposed to be interested in me. I mean, look at me, I'm so attractive. Everyone should be interested in me. So annoying. Anyways, I get very annoyed with this topic. So so then I always tell them, like, you're like a brother to me. You're not. I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested in anyone. I'm celibate right now. I am doing my own thing. I'm focused on my creative work. I'm focused on myself. I don't have time for other people. Blah blah. Right. And I wish that a lot of people. I wish that people would just. Sorry, I'm just making sure there's no one coming in the door. I wish that people would just understand that I just want to be platonic with the entire universe. Platonic, absolutely platonic. I just want to be friends with everyone. I just want to be absolute platonic friends with everyone on this planet. Everyone. I'm not interested in anyone. It's very rare that I ever get interested in anyone. Ever. It's so rare that it's like a, it's like a cherry blossom. It's very rare. I never ever get interested in anyone, because I'm not interested in that kind of stuff right now. I'm not even thinking about it. I don't even think about it. It's not in my radar right now. I'm way too busy doing other things, right? And not only that, even when I was thinking about it, I wasn't really like, not every person was like, "Oh, that's a sex object. Oh, that's the person I want to have sex with." That, no, most people are just like, "Oh, that person looks interesting. I'd like to get to know them better. Maybe they could be a good friend of mine. Maybe they could be a good, compatriot, blah, blah, blah." But mostly I'm not thinking in that manner. Like, maybe it's because INFJs are more sexual in that way. Not that we don't love sex and we don't have a high sex drive, which we do, but a lot of times we spend a lot of our time being asexual, because we're thinking about all these amazing things about the universe and quantum physics and spirituality and time travel and all that stuff. I'm not thinking about sex. Sex seems like such a mundane topic to think about all the time. I'm thinking about the intricacies of the universe. I don't have time to think about sex all the time, right? And so perhaps that's it. I have no idea why. But that's not one of my priorities. Like, that is definitely not one of my priorities. I have other things to worry about, right? And so, but I really get very uncomfortable, and that's the reason I wear baggy clothing. You know, I wear like really baggy jogger pants all the time. I do wear dresses because I love dressing up, and you know, I've given up on the idea that people are not going to look at me sexually. Like, that's just the way it is of the world. So I just given up on that. I just dress whatever I want. But when I was a child, when I was younger, when I was in my teens and 20s, oh my God, I was so afraid of people looking at me like that. I would always cover myself up. I would always be wearing all of these baggy shirts, like men's shirts. I used to take my dad's shirts and wear those. I wear really loose pants, and I wear sneakers all the time. You know, I tie my hair back. I was a complete mess. I try to make myself as unattractive as possible, but I realized that men don't care. They just look at me as if, like, as they would just still look. And I was thinking to myself, how can you still look at me? I am disgusting. You know, what's wrong with you? That's when I realized it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you are. They're just looking at you because that's it. That's what they do. That men look at women. That's just the way of the world, I guess. I have no idea why. So annoying. I don't want to even talk about it. It makes me so angry. So every single time I meet a new person, every single time I meet a new man, a new um, boy, new person, male. I always think I'm like, oh, cool, another person, another friend, you know, another platonic person, another brother, another person that I can, you know, be friends with, that you can be completely platonic with. That's my first thought is always that. My first thought is always that because I always want to be platonic with everyone. I just do. I really don't, right? But they always, you know, there's always like this conversation that happens. Oh, so, you know, are you single? Are you dating someone? Not that I'm not saying that every single person is interested in that. I'm just saying that there's always that conversation because that's what males and females do, I think. You know, that's how we always look at each other. It's like, oh, is that a potential partner for me, sexual partner, right? Maybe that's how people look at everyone else around them. We don't. So we always get surprised. We always get confused when, at least I do, when that happens to me. I'm like, but why? I haven't given you any signals. I haven't said that I'm interested. I haven't done anything to show you that I'm interested in any manner. So why do you think that way? Why is that the first thought that comes into your head? Why can't you just be brothers and sisters all the time? Unless I show you something, some kind of random interest, unless I do something that shows you, oh, I think she's interested in me, which I don't ever. I make sure I'm absolutely very clear all the time to make sure that I don't show any kind of interest like that because it's so scary to me if someone thinks that I'm interested in them because then they're always poking and prodding and being clingy and asking questions and doing all that stuff and I'm thinking to myself, God, can you just get away from me and leave me alone kind of thing, right? And so that's my thing. We just want to be platonic. Now I would love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you guys think of in terms of relationships and sexuality. What do you guys think? How does it work for you guys? Do you guys have the same kind of feelings? I know a couple of you particularly messaged me saying exactly the same thing. And so I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you think of sexuality, of other sexes, or people that you might be interested in. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye for now.